I have always loved playing soccer since a very young age, but I did not learn about the magnitude of the sport and its religious dimensions until I started playing for my high school team in 6th grade all the way through 12th grade. My high school had under 250 students and always had been a school that had prided themselves on academics and had put sports as a secondary concern. However, for myself and multiple others who had been on the Friends soccer team for 6 years, through the fun middle school games to an eventual state championship, the soccer team was very important to us. Emil Durkheim describes religion as a social glue which connects people in a society, and for my teammates who I had been playing with since I was 12 years old and were some of my best friends, this was how we all felt. Throughout my high school soccer career, we unknowingly carried out our own versions of ceremonial exchange, gift economy, and hierophany, and I have only come to realize this now in this class. First off, before every playoff game, the whole team would come to school dressed in a button-down shirt, khaki pants, and a tie. We would get dressed up to gain attention for our game, but we were also showing respect to the game. We acted in a way of ceremonial exchange to the soccer gods, even if we didn't know it by getting dressed up for the big game and showing respect. Another example was ever since 9th grade, when we were on the bus to games, when we were 10 minutes away, we would stop playing music and yelling, and we would have 10 minutes of silence for preparation. Once again, these 10 minutes of silence were a way of ceremonial exchange to the game by showing our respects. The second the bus parked outside the field, our whole team would break the silence, yelling and clapping to hype ourselves up. There are two specific examples of religious aspects that come to mind when thinking of my soccer team. The first example came during my junior year. We were in our league semifinals against our Brooklyn rivals, Berkeley Carroll, and I was starting at goalie for the first time that year in a pinnacle game. Our varsity coach was from Trinidad and Tobago, named Warren Salandi. He always tried to use sports to teach us about larger things in life. In the locker room before this big game, we were all very nervous and jittery. Coach Salandi delivered a riveting speech about brotherly love and the importance of staying as a unit, even referencing the Bible. It was very emotional for the seniors especially, but all of us got really into it and hyped up. We went on the pitch and won the game 7-0, seriously playing better together as a team than we had ever played before. Warren's speech seemed to bring out the best of our play with his words of motivation. His speech raised our gift economy as we were able to execute our soccer gifts to the best of our abilities. With the help of Warren's great coaching, great gifts, and the tight-knit team, we ended up going on to winning the state championship that year for the first time in school history. The second example was in my senior year during a tough time for the country. Cornel West says in the quote that religion is able to rebind the mist of a deep crisis, heartbreak, sadness, and sorrow. One of our final regular season games was the day after the Las Vegas shooting, where upwards of 50 people were killed. Right before the game, we asked the refs if we could have a moment of silence and prayer for the killed. Our whole team and the opposing team locked arms in a circle for a minute in silence. It was really powerful, and on a spiritual level, it felt bigger than the game of soccer. We used the game of soccer as a tool for prayer and brotherhood. That moment to me felt like the usage of sports and a team as a community, and as liberation from oppression and evil. Soccer taught me patience, virtue, and the importance of brotherhood, and I will always treasure my experiences.